You say that because, you know, a lot of artists nowadays, they go back to the older styles of music, and whether they have to get, you know, copyrights or they sample songs because of the fact that this is the music that everybody liked back then. But now it had kind of fizzled out, and they weren't really producing new music that was going to withstand time. So we're trying to tap into that by using the basis of good music and start something new so that we don't have to worry about using old music again. It's just creating something brand new and fresh and refreshing, and the feedback is phenomenal.
What sort of feedback do you get from people? Obviously, someone buys a CD, that's a good sign. But people you talk to that have heard the music when you're in Cameroon and things, what do people tell you that they like about your music or that they've listened to it?
The melody, the sound, how it sounds, and the spiritual side of the music. It touches your heart, you know, because it's from pure inspiration.
And there is a lot of meaning behind it. Some of the lyrics, and I didn't get a great chance to sample it for our listeners, but you talk about your faith. You talk about, at least, and that's just in this one song, talk about your faith, talk about the struggle of putting it together and saying, I'm not going to make a living at this, but that's not going to stop me from doing it.
Right, and that's just that's the beauty of it. I mean, the whole meeting between Blaze and I is purely spiritual. I mean, I'm a firm believer in that God puts people in front of your life for you to either mesh with or veer away from. So there's a bunch of people that you can meet on any given day that can impact your life. I mean, just me coming to the studio and knowing you from, you know, high school, that's just crazy, the fact that you can meet somebody and work later on down the road. So the meeting was just epic. It was a very spiritual meeting, and so we relay those messages in our music. We talk about everyday life things. These aren't made up things that we talk about. It's just our life and how we go about just the everyday struggles of life. You know, trying to make your way through, you know, the struggles of anything that you go through, trying to persevere, trying to stay confident when you feel like everything is down about you. That's what our music is about, and it's the good music that makes us feel good about putting out this message.
And I think when the music is real, people know. I mean, they talk about credibility in music. If you've got a guy in you know, sitting in a $20 million mansion and he's complaining about not having money, you sort of say, well, you sort of do have money now, so I don't really get it. But as you say, starting off where you're starting off, you know, it is everyday struggles that any one of us can relate to. It's not, you know, my jet was broken down, I couldn't fly. It was, you know, dude, this is hard. I have to work 2 jobs to pay for this.
Entrepreneurship is very difficult, and, you know, it takes a lot of will, it takes a lot of perseverance, and just us starting our own record label and production company, it took a lot of moxie because we knew we had a lot of other production teams that were already established and already had that reputable name, but because of the product that we have, we feel that we can attract a lot more because it's a very good product, and we use the gift of music, which is a universal language, which we actually talk about in another song that we have, to bring business our way or to promote not only ourselves but other musicians that are out there that are trying to do the same thing.
Are you going to try and sign other artists onto the label?
Oh yeah, yes, definitely.
And what about the future of INRG? Where would you like to see it go? I mean, would you sign if a bigger label came to try and sign you? Do you think at this point you'd wave them off?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would wave them off just because when you build a corporation, you start with core values, and there are certain things that Blaze and I decided that we wanted to make sure that no matter what, we stayed true to these things. And one of them was maintaining our own independent label, because we didn't want outside pressure, you know, money or contracts and all these other things that can happen with bigger corporations to take place and make you do different things that you want to do and actually prostitute your music, you know, because the quality of the music is something that we wanted to keep, and we think in order to do that, we needed to stay our own independent label. But we see it as, you know, we're going to take the fallback. You know, we want to actually get out of the artist realm and just do the production eventually down the line and actually become a school of music as well, where we can actually train our upcoming artists to not only be vocal artists but music artists as well. So there's a big vision that what we have of INRG. So this is just the beginning, but it's starting off on the right track.
And it all began because you went in to buy a CD one day.
That's it. You know, you never know.
If you've been surfing iTunes, it would never have happened, but there it is.
Right.
The band is INRG. It's Jay Ott and Grand Sitch, Jordan Otley and Blaze Sitchett. And where can people go if they want to hear more of your music or get their hands on a CD?
Definitely go to the website, www.inrgmusic.com. That's INRGmusic.com. You can follow us where MySpace, yeah. Yes. www.myspace.com/INRGmusic. And then if you feel really happy, go to YouTube and you can see the video. The visual is always good to collaborate with the audio as well, and you can see it all there on YouTube. Just type in INRG.
Just type
INRG.
in.
Yep, INRG.
INRG. Gentlemen, thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck. Please keep us posted.
All right, bud.
Thank you.
All right, up next, it is Jefferson County Commissioner Lynn Widmeyer. Stay tuned. Metro News is up next.
My face wouldn't care if my fans ever see my face. Long as these beats I make. West